In this video, I'll offer some tips on how to build the life that you actually enjoy living, how to align with your own nature in a way that works well in the world and that can succeed, and that success is worth having because you are aligned with it. It works for you and your body is happy to go on with it. So many people's success is a trap, and they live a life of quiet desperation. I myself was in investment banking and finance for a while and know exactly what that's like, to cheese grate the soul, to be in a miserable job, grinding it out. Sometimes we feel we have to do that and we go against our body and we override it, but I don't think that that's necessary. And I've seen many people who don't do that, and my life has turned around. I enjoy my life. I like going to work every day. It's voluntary, it's free, it feels good, and my body signs up for it. So here are some tips. They're things that I've gained from working with clients, things that seem important in the healing journey. And the first tip is pour gas on the spark. So whenever you notice your body lighting up, whenever you get excited, whenever you get playful, whenever your spirit soars, those moments are incredibly important. Don't just let them pass by. Notice them, let them develop, recreate them, set up the conditions that led to them. Be with those people again. Develop your career to do more of the things that light you up. And we have to notice, what is it that we respond to? It's something that just happens and then we notice it and we jump on that. And so pouring gas on the spark is a way to find your own vitality and to really align with what's happening, what's alive. And as you do that, more and more energy is available for you because you're actually responding to what your body wants. Do the things you really enjoy doing. The more you do that, the more energy is created in your system. And the more energy there is, the more you can start to work on the things that aren't working because you have momentum. Tip number 2, use your body as a guide, similar to 1, which is about vitality. Number 2 is about life decisions. Start to shape your life using the information that your body gives you. If you have a very hard time waking up every morning, if you find yourself in relationships that are unsatisfying, start to use the information that your body is giving you to reshape your life. And my advice is to do it gradually. I think that you ultimately have to use the information that you get from your inner work to reshape your life. But the slower you do that, and the more thoughtfully and the more carefully, the better. It's not something you have to rush, but ultimately your life does need to actually reflect so that there's a congruence between your inner life and your outer life. That, to me, is health, when your body is reflected in the way that you live and your life. Tip number 3, fix your energy leaks. You know what they are. Often it's substance, and you might think that you gain from using substance, that it gives you access to creative thoughts or helps to unlock aspects of you, but by and large that's a myth. And whatever you've gained through substance, you no longer need it, you now have it. And so facing the pain of not relying on external things like substance, it can be many other things like sexuality, video games, any way that you avoid the important tasks of your life. By facing the pain of addressing the things where there's shame, where you feel hung up, any small gain you can make in that, and I do advise going slowly, will feed into the rest of your life. And nothing amplifies personal growth like cutting down on substances and other energy leaks. They all are substitutes for a deeper connection with yourself. As you face the pain of not using those outs, those escapes, life starts to become more vibrant and healthy, and then you don't need them as much, and then your life also starts to kind of level up because you have much more energy, much more coherence about what you're doing, and much more clarity. Tip number 4, develop a mindfulness practice. And if you're doing that, great, then you can slowly start to carry your mindfulness practice deeper into your life. That can mean keeping a window open after meditation or whatever form of mindfulness you use, where you stay in connection with your embodied self. And the point of meditation is to drop below your mind into the base level experience, which is your embodied self, and deeply experience being without thinking, without doing. And it's a way of getting comfortable with what's going on. And as you do that, you build your window of tolerance, and it becomes a kind of meta skill that applies to every aspect of your life. And as you do your practice more, you can carry it into life more. And listening is a place where you can develop mindfulness, staying in contact with the speaker, getting better and better at noticing when thought trains veer off away from the speaker and kind of coming back. And by doing that, you're slowly clearing your mind. So much of thinking is clutter, is unnecessary. And so by deepening your mindfulness practice, all of your actions will start to become more coherent and more clear. And you'll need to do less work because the work that you do is more aligned and is starting to actually have an impact and break through. Tip number 5 is soften your body language and use smooth movements. Systems like Qigong or Tai Chi or Feldenkrais use all kinds of various movements to create smoothness and to move Qi, or whatever the different systems call it, and to develop movements that align with the body's natural rhythms and natural lines of motion. And by doing that, you basically send the message to your body that you're safe, that the body is safe, and the body is the cradle of the mind. And so that supports good thinking and good states of mind. Story follows state, so the way that our body is determines the types of thoughts we have. So if you're despairing or freaking out, often it's because you're not embodied. And the fastest way to become embodied is to relax the muscles and to actually soften. And smooth movements increase parasympathetic tone. So the combination of developing parasympathetic tone through smooth movements and softening to have more feeling will greatly increase your embodiment. And then it's easier to clear the mind. So the mind is less cluttered when we're embodied. Tip number 6, develop action reflection loops. Therapy is a classic action reflection loop because we have a fixed time where we meet every week, and that gives you a place to reflect and to fine-tune what you're doing and to understand what's going on. And then you need to act. You can't just be in a permanent therapy session. And that rhythm of acting, reflecting, acting, reflecting, acting, reflecting, that's what builds the life that you actually want to live in. So I highly recommend any kind of reflective activity. It can be journaling, it can be speaking with a friend. A weekly check-in is not a bad idea. Setting yourself goals and orienting to what's coming up, and then focusing on making small changes. And I'm highly in favor of small wins and of taking off small bites of what you have to do. If you keep doing that, then very quickly you get momentum, you get dopamine, your reward system starts to work, and quickly the ball starts rolling. And once the ball's rolling, it's much easier to make the harder and harder changes that come as you move forward. So small wins gets you into motion, and then once you're in motion, everything just unfolds. It's the start that's the hardest. Tip number 7 is build containers. Everything good happens within a container. Our cells are based on a membrane that holds everything in. Our bodies are a vessel that has an energetic interior, and the state of the body determines the quality of your experience and the quality of your thinking. The space that you work in is a container. Your relationships are containers. Your career is a container. Your creative hobbies and pursuits need containers. If you are trying to heal or develop your creativity or do anything interesting and you don't have a container, your efforts will just scatter to the wind. And so the container is essential, and it's the place to start. And so developing practices, developing communities, developing physical places where you do things is essential in terms of building the kinds of things that you want. So those are a few tips. I hope something was helpful. If you would like to do a free 30-minute consultation, I'm happy to discuss your particular situation and think about what might be helpful for you. And if you would like to subscribe or view any of the other content, that would be greatly appreciated. And I encourage you to keep showing up for that part of you that thinks things can get better, because they definitely can. And the more you get progress going, the easier it becomes. And if you're feeling stuck, often you're at the hardest part. And if you just get a little bit unstuck, things start to flow again. And once you have flow, it's very easy to make the changes that you need. So good luck, and I hope to hear from you.